Welcome to After School Reviews. Please subscribe, turn on the bell icon, please like this video, and leave a comment down in the comment section. Today's video is a video I've wanted to do for a while now, and I kind of would write stuff down on this little list, and it's called the figures I want made. These are figures I think that we need to have made, and I'll go more into that with each figure, and which companies should make these and such like that. And we're gonna go through this. So this is not in any particular order. This is just figures I would think of, and I'd write it down like, oh, I want that figure, and I might even add some on here to the thing. So who knows how long this video is? You do. I do after I've made it, but right now I have no idea how long this video could be. It could be 10 minutes. It could be 30 minutes. Typically, probably going to be 20 minutes, I can assume. But let's go ahead and go and start with the first figure I want made. I would really like NECA to produce and get the license to do a Indiana Jones figure, particularly maybe from Temple of Doom. I could see them doing all three of them in Ultimate style. I could see that, or I could also see them doing a retro cloth. But retro cloth, you can see any figure, they could do retro cloth. But I could see them doing a Raiders of the Lost Ark Indiana Jones and a Temple of Doom Indy with like his sword and the whip or whatever and all that type of stuff. I really think that would be a really cool figure. And Indiana Jones hasn't got the 7-inch scale treatment. I know it's got the 6-inch with like the SH Figuarts or whatever company it was that did do a figure. I always get Figuarts and Mafex mixed up because I'm a NECA collector. That's not my scale. I don't look at that. The prices are way too high. But I do think that a NECA Indiana Jones figure would be nice. Next figure on this list is a figure that I would say could be done by NECA. I think it could be done. McFarlane actually did do figures for this a while back, and I think it is a Neo from The Matrix. I think an Ultimate Neo would be really nice to have in 7-inch scale form, with both of his guns, his cape, everything like that. I don't know how you would do it, but like not really a cape, but like the trench coat type thing. Well, it's kind of like it look, yeah. Because I have the Into Toys one, which is an okay figure, but the head sculpt's terrible. But the pose is pretty nice, and it's the best Matrix figure you're gonna get from the first movie. And this next figure, I would say, is kind of interesting, but NECA's already did this one, not the Neo one, but this next figure. The next figure I think NECA should release is actually an Ultimate 2-pack, and it is Rocky. Particularly maybe from like Rocky or Rocky 2, either one. But I think it would be nice to have a 2-pack of both figures, and to have blood accessories with both Creed and Rocky. I think that would be very awesome if we could get like alternate heads that are beat up, and just get an old, because these figures are now expensive if you want Rocky figures. So I wish NECA would get the license or do it Ultimates. 2 Ultimate 2-packs, like one Ultimate of Rocky, the other one of Creed, and then do an Ultimate Rocky from the second movie or the third or the fourth movie. And I know they already released these figures, but again, the price is just really high, and I do think that if they just put their time into just a Creed and a Rocky figure, I think that would definitely work. Or if they did one of Drago, I think that'd be pretty cool. And the next figure is kind of the same thing as that. NECA's already done it, and it's actually the same actor. I want NECA to release an Ultimate Rambo figure, particularly from Rambo 2. That's my, First Blood Part 2, Rambo. Rambo 2? Rambo 2 first? Hold on. Rambo, First Blood Part 2, yeah. Always confusing there how Rambo 3 completely is able to drop off the first part because of the second installment with the name. But I would love to get an Ultimate Rambo figure. You could do from all three of the figures, from all three of the movies. They have released figures in the past, but NECA said NECA released a lot. It was like Butch from Predator. They released too many variants, and I don't think that's necessary. Just release the more popular ones, and I'd be very happy. Next figure. The next figure I want is actually, I think about 2 years ago, we had his other partner on this channel, and we had Jules Winfield from Diamond Select, and it's from Pulp Fiction. And it was the Wave 1, it was the 3 of Marcellus Wallace, Butch Coolidge, and Jules Winfield. and Jules Winfield had a base, and the base looked like it could connect to somebody. And I was hoping at that SDCC we'd see a Vincent Vega. Nothing. And I also hope we saw a Kill Bill figure. Nothing. I think that's later in the list. I was really hoping for that to happen. Nothing. And I really would hope that in the future Diamond Select is able to produce a Vincent Vega figure. Maybe 2 Vincents, or preferably just 1 Vincent to go with Jules, and maybe a Mia Wallace, and I'll be happy. And if not, it's weird that NECA did not make these figures in the past, because I could have seen where NECA would have done these figures in a pre-pose position, because they did Reservoir Dogs, and also so did Mezco, kind of around like a 10-year span of sources, which is weird for them to do Reservoir Dog figures rather than Pulp Fiction figures, because I think Pulp Fiction's more popular, and just on that sense. But I could see where if NECA did have the license, they did have the license because they did these little stylized versions. But I don't understand why they didn't make the figures. But I would also really like if NECA could get the license to do Vincent Vega and Jules Winfield. I'd be very excited there, especially with what I've seen now recently this week or last week. And we'll get into that later, actually. So next figures I want made are actually figures that have been made before by McFarlane Toys, or McFarlane Toys. Typically, that's how I say it. But I want Kiss figures. Figures Toy Company is putting out some pretty cool Kiss figures, but they're not the way I want them, and they're too pricey for me. I'd like the price if I was getting a fully sculpted, fully articulated, realistic type figure. I want maybe some re-releases from McFarlane and redo some of the other figures. I want maybe the early years figures. I want a live set of figures. Again, NECA or McFarlane has released figures in the past, and I own some of them, and I have some more coming on the way. But I want more. I want fully articulated, fully posable figures. You know, really super realistic figures. I want Destroyer. I want some Love Gun figures that are realistic. I want Destroyer, because they never did Destroyer sets. They did, but it was from Psycho Circus, and they were kind of stylized. I would love for them to do some of the, just maybe the Elder stuff. I don't know. I just want some more Kiss figures, and I want them to be done correctly. And maybe some End of the Road. That's what I was thinking. I want some End of the Road figures, because I think that would be awesome to get. Because Tommy Thayer's outfit currently at the End of the Road looks freaking... it's the best costume, or slash best outfit up there. Okay, I'm not really digging anybody else's outfit up there except Tommy Thayer's. I think his V looks very nice. He looks very clean. He's very sharp looking. Beautiful. Now let's go to the next figures. This is a license that has been to SH Figuarts and NECA. I'm talking about the one, the only Freddie Mercury. I want some Queen figures. I do, and since McFarlane has done some Kiss figures, I would like them to do maybe a whole set of John Deacon, Roger Taylor, Brian May, and Freddie Mercury. I think NECA could have definitely released an Ultimate Wembley, and maybe that's what also in this thing. I'm wanting them to release an Ultimate Wembley version. I want NECA to regain the license, because the SH Figuarts one looks okay. They actually re-released that around the time of the movie Bohemian Rhapsody came out, because the packaging changed, and it has like the signature or whatever on there, versus a few years before that when the figure boxing was different on the Figuarts one. But I do own the NECA 18-inch scale Freddie Mercury, and I would like them to maybe re-get the license to do Wembley. I know we'll probably never get Brian May figures made. I know Rock Icons has made one in the past, but I want fully posable, and maybe McFarlane Toys could deliver on that. I would really want I want some Queen figures, you know. I don't know which era you'd want to do, but maybe give us one with Freddie with a mustache, John Deacon with an afro. Brian May practically looks the same all the way through, and so does Roger Taylor. But that's really what I do want, is some Queen figures. Next figures. Next thing is, I think also Into Toys, is that the company, has also made some figures of this. It's what I want is a figure of Max, Mad Max to be exact, from The Road Warrior. This is Mad Max Part 2 essentially. I do think his look in that movie is very cool. I do want maybe one from the first movie too as well, but maybe preferably The Road Warrior, and I would really like that. The next figure, actually surprisingly enough, if I show you this list, if you scroll down here, you see that right there? That's funny. That's odd. Yeah, when I stuck Marty McFly on here, I was referring to Diamond Select, because they had the license for the Mini-Mates, and Diamond Select also had the rights to do the Ghostbusters Mini-Mates. Ghostbusters Mini-Mates were then turned into 7-inch scale figures, Diamond Select. I was like, ooh, they're going to turn it into the... Also, Pulp Fiction started as Mini-Mates too as well. But no, but I'm okay with NECA having the license of Barney McFly because NECA is like... It's like Allstate. They're in good hands. The next figure I really want is an Ultimate Kyle Reese figure from The Terminator. Because, man, the Kyle Reese figure now is kind of outdated. And number one, it's also kind of expensive if you want it. And it doesn't really do that much. And I really just want them to release an Ultimate Kyle Reese. Especially, I thought they were going to do that a few years back when they released the Ultimate Tech Noir and the Ultimate Police Station Assault / Tanker Truck Pursuit. I thought that was them going to release Kyle Reese. But no, that's fine. And I would also maybe like them to do, and I think this maybe would work, an Ultimate Kyle Reese. Of course, you'd have to merge the licenses here because it's Terminator 1 and Terminator 2. Maybe a Kyle Reese figure with John Connor. Then maybe you could do Kyle Reese from the second movie, and maybe that's how you get away with it because he is in the second movie in the Ultimate or the extended version. He's in a dream sequence or whatever. Maybe they could do it, but I want the John Connor figure, and I think that's what they had to do, that sort of thing with Ripley. But she's also in a scene with Ripley with Newt. But Kyle Reese isn't really a scene with John when John's younger because that wouldn't make sense. Next figure is also Terminator related. It is the Ultimate Battle Damage T800 from T2 because NECA never did release this. They gave us the Ultimate T800 and they were like, okay, that's fine. And they did kind of talk somewhere, I heard on Reddit, that they talked about doing a battle damaged version because the Ultimate version came with the super battle damaged head, but the figure, it's lacking, okay? They even gave us the Pescadero Escape and the Terminator 2 3D figure, and I don't really need the battle damage figure since I have the final battle figure already, but I feel like NECA does need to re-release it, and I would also buy it anyway because an Ultimate Terminator figure, yeah, I'm buying it. The next thing is an Ultimate... Actually, hold on. Yeah. Kill Bill is a Mini-Mates license, and I've already started talking about this priority in the video. Diamond Select was going to release in like 2014 or something around there if you watch San Diego Comic-Con or Toy Fair. They had a Beatrix Kiddo on display, and nothing came about it. That was it. I even think they had like a Bill prototype or something. It didn't come, and NECA had this license before. I would like NECA to release an Ultimate Beatrix Kiddo / the Bride. I guess the Bride's more accurate rather than just saying Beatrix because that's kind of spoiling nothing. But I want them to release an Ultimate Kill Bill figure. I really want Beatrix Kiddo in Ultimate form. I think it'd be really cool. Especially I love the Ultimate boxes. I think that's just also another thing. When you can imagine the figure in an Ultimate style with like double jointed elbows and like the yellow. Yeah. Next figure. I want, and I think SH Figuarts could pull this off. I think SH Figuarts is very clean, and this is a clean figure because it's a man in a suit. It's Scarface, Tony Montana. I want Ultimate Scarface figure. And of course, SH Figuarts would look nice, but I would also want it done by NECA because they've already done it once before. I would like them to maybe include some alternate heads or something. I want a fully posable Tony Montana, and I also want like a Final Battle Ultimate Tony Montana, because I would buy 2 Tony Montanas. Oh, there's another figure on this list that came out of nowhere. See, that's how you can see how old this list is. Ultimate Ghostface. I shouldn't have stuck those so close together. That's funny. That's how you know how old this list is. NECA is releasing a Ghostface figure that's Ultimate. Next figure! NECA has had the license for RoboCop, and we've seen figures over and over, but I want them to maybe do an Ultimate RoboCop. I didn't even say that in this list. I just said blue RoboCop because I don't have the blue RoboCop 3, maybe the RoboCop 2. I don't remember. I'm gonna rewatch those movies. It's been like 2 years. 2? No, maybe no. It's been 2. I want an Ultimate RoboCop figure, and also I want the Ultimate RoboCop that's blue shaded kind of. It looks very cool. That's why I got the McFarlane toy one for $3. And he's blue, and that's why I got that one, because it's like, I like the RoboCop that's blue, because it's just not what I ever got to see. I got to see the chrome silvery one. The next figure is a figure you hear a million freaking times. Let's go to it. An Ultimate Halloween 1978 Myers. I've heard this over and over and over and over and over. Now, I think this is kind of being satisfied with me by the bootleg Halloween Michael Myers figure that sells for like $18 on AliExpress. That is the old NECA 2000-something figure, 2007, 2004 figure. But it would be still nice to have an Ultimate 78 Myers that has an updated head and updated body and cool box and everything. But everybody still wants a Halloween. I will buy if they did release it anyway, so I really want a 78 Myers too as well. Staying on the horror path, I think the next figure is... We have almost all the Jason figures. Now, I don't say in the comments, oh, the stupid legal stuff. I know about the legal stuff. This is just my figure list of figures I want made. That's all I'm saying. The next figure I want made is the Ultimate Pamela Voorhees. Now, I know the license also is a problem with the licensing of the face and all that type of stuff. But yada yada, I still want Ultimate Pamela Voorhees. I think it'd be cool to go with the whole set of Jasons. Minus Part 7 Jason, Part 8 Jason. Because right now, NECA said they were working on that. Or they were going to be working on that. They were going to be doing a box set of Jasons or something. And then everybody was like, dang it, stupid legal debate. And after everything's finished, which will be in the future, it'll be done eventually. And if not, just have hope, guys. That's really all I can say. This is an odd figure. I want Johnny 5 from Short Circuit made. Yeah, that's a childhood movie. Johnny 5's pretty cool. I think it'd be cool to have an in-scale figure of Johnny 5. He wouldn't really be able to do much, but it'd be cool to have Johnny 5 as a figure, you know. He might be very delicate and such, but I still want a Johnny 5 figure. Yeah. The next thing is an Ultimate John McClane from Die Hard. NECA had this license once before, and I want an updated version of John McClane from Die Hard with full posability, different head sculpts, such and such like that. It'd be cool to have. Oh, and the next figure on this list, actually, it hasn't been released yet, but, you see that? Doc Brown in a hazmat suit. Now, I know that's got to be what NECA has since they have the Marty McFly in the yellow one, and they haven't showed that off since. Like, they have Wave 1 kind of initiated. They haven't shown Wave 2, but they have that yellow one, and they didn't stick that in Wave 1. So, pretty sure we're going to get a Doc Brown in his white suit to go along with the yellow-suited Marty. The next figure is, again, figures kind of like Halloween, 1978. I'm not even going to skip on the video here. Jason Voorhees from Part 7, Part 8, Jason Goes to Hell, and maybe a Jason X Ultimate figure. Particularly, though, I wouldn't really want a Jason X. I'd still buy it, of course, duh. I do want a Part 7, because, man, that's an awesome figure that needs updating. We need a Part 8, because they've never made a Part 8 Jason Takes Manhattan. I think it'd be cool to get that. He'd be really wet-looking. Jason Goes to Hell, that's a cool taking look on Jason, of course, in that movie, so it'd be cool to have that, too, as well. This is a weird thing. Jason Ultimate 4, 5, and 6. I think, so this is the next part of the list. I think that's supposed to say Freddy. I don't think that's supposed to say Jason. I want an Ultimate Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street. I want a Part 4 Freddy from the Dream Master. I want Part 5 The Dream Child. Part 6, which is Freddy's Dead, because I think it'd be cool if they did do that. I would buy the Ultimate Freddys, of course. And I think, of course, we also need a Freddy vs. Jason Freddy, because they got the Freddy vs. Jason, so we just need the Freddy. The next figure is actually the last figure, and I just stuck this on here this morning. So, next figure. The next figure I want made is an Ultimate figure of... shoot, I can't remember his name. The Shining. I could have sworn when I was watching this movie for the first time just the other day, I was watching it, and I was like, I'm pretty sure NECA made a figure, so I Googled it. No. And you can see it in your mind, a fully pre-posed figure, him with the axe. You can just see it in your mind, but NECA never did make it. But I think I've heard that before. NECA should make this figure because, well, it's a pretty excellent movie. I cannot lie, and I would buy the figure, and I think he would look aesthetic AF sitting on the wall or on your work table, just having him there. I think it'd be cool. And the next thing is things I want to return. I want the McFarlane 10-inch figures to return. And you'll be like, well, didn't they do The Walking Dead? Yes. But I want them to fully maybe release the Kiss figures again. In, of course, they were 12-inch. McFarlane's changed from 12 to 10-inch because their old McFarlane stuff, their old like Kiss figures were 12 inches. I also want NECA's 12-inch figures to return. I would really like that because NECA did the 2000. Shoot, I shouldn't say that. NECA did the. I don't know what I was going with there. That's what I'm saying. They did the Terminator 2 figures. They did the Pescadero Escape and the Final Battle T-800 in 12-inch form. They never did a Freddie Mercury in 12-inch form. That'd have been cool if they would have done that. I think they should release Jason in 12-inch form. Just all these figures released in 12-inch form, and then there's 18-inch, of course. Oh, the next thing is the last thing on this list is McFarlane Toys did a Love Gun box set of the Kiss figures, and I think it'd be cool if they were able to do that with the Destroyer type logo. They'd have to be fully posable for me to be happy. But if not, they would also work. If they I don't know, it'd work if you arranged away. But that is the figures I want made. Nothing more, nothing less. This is the first video. This video has taken me a long time to come across to. And that's the figures I want made. Thank you guys for watching After School Reviews. Please subscribe, turn on the bell icon, please like this video, and leave a comment down in the comment section. Check out the official After School Reviews Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.